recording. There we go. All right. So, mission 3. So last time, everyone had spent the last few weeks on the planet Gorix before being able to board a transport shuttle and return back to the black ship of the Inquisition and meet up with interrogator Selena Eschner. Unfortunately for you, thinking you might get a few more weeks of downtime, you've been immediately thrust into another mission. You find yourself waiting in a one of the side waiting rooms of the black ship you're in to prepare for your briefing. Interrogator Eschner walks in. You recognize the pink faux hawk, the armed mono body glove, the fact she's got a chainsword at one on her hip on a plasma pistol on the other side, and she comes in carrying a data slate along with 2 stormtroopers. Not Star Wars stormtroopers, mind you.
Damn it!
Stormtroopers that the Inquisition would actually hire.
Significantly scarier stormtroopers.
And very good shots, too. All right. Well, everyone, we've had ourselves an incident. It seems one of our psychers who we use for scrying has had a vision. An omen of doom, so to speak. We weren't able to get much from him, but we got a little bit. He mentioned the feudal world of Omia, and he mentioned the Hanged Ones. Unfortunately, that's all we have to go on so far.
What was the first thing?
Omia, it's a feudal world in the Astillion sector here. We're about 4 days out after warp travel.
Do we know anything about this Hanged Ones that she was talking about? Anything at all?
Nope. Unfortunately, we don't. We looked through all of our records. The Hanged Ones don't appear in any known record of local cults, any reference to local people. It's complete mystery.
What kind of doom are we talking about? Did you get anything out of that Slaker?
Unfortunately, no. Before his head collapsed in a column of fire, that was all we were able to get. So it's going to be your job to go down to Omia. It's a lovely little feudal world. When the Pandemonium warp storm hit, it was a high-tech world, but without access to the support network it would normally need. It devolved back technologically and societally, as a society. So you're going to be heading down there. Well, on the plus side, you'll be the best armed. Oh, and Ariana, just for routine, we're going to have you tested for spiritual purity. With that, the stormtroopers head flanking Ariana on both sides. Another man walks in. You've never seen him before, but he makes you feel very uncomfortable, almost a physical sickness. And one of them takes a null rod, touches it to Ariana's head, and she goes into a daze, and they march her out of the room.
Guard nods in approval.
I don't think there's anything wrong with her, but standard practice. She'll be joining you shortly after you make landfall. You'll be taking a small merchant vessel. Now that the Pandemonium has quieted down some, Omia gets regular shipments, and you'll be on one of them. It'll be a local merchant shipment. From there, find out everything you can, and God Emperor look over you.
Toke looks like he's about to say something and then just decides not to.
All right. What would you folks like to do?
Well, during the time we were waiting, and I guess now between the jumps to the next world, I want to work on getting our vehicle gun mounted.
Sure. All right, so this is just going to be a tech use to mount the autogun to the what is it? The auto carriage, autogun and an auto carriage. And
Yes.
so this is just going to be a extended test. You're just going to roll your tech use, and we're going to count the number of degrees of success. Every roll will be about an hour. I figure you'll be able to get it done in time, but I just kind of want to see if you'll screw up.
I tried to roll it. Did it? Let's try it again. It's interesting. It's not letting me roll.
Huh. Let me just check your character sheet real quickie like. Here we go.
Now it's not. Maybe I need to log out and log back in. Maybe it timed me out.
Let me just...
Because now my sheet isn't opening up. I closed it and tried to reopen it.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. It's not opening on my side either. I'm hoping...
Watch the friggin'... You go to stream and the game goes down.
Oh, well, I mean, we're not streaming. It's just recording, fortunately. No, that's weird. I wonder why it's not going. Is it your sheet?
Let me try relaunching.
Jeremy.
Mine's works.
Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Let me try again now.
Oh, that's weird. Jeremy,
What?
Oh, never mind. I thought you dropped out of Roll20, but it didn't.
It still want to let me roll, so I'll just do it the hard way, I guess.
Yeah, you can just roll like 1d100.
Yeah.
That's strange. And Ed, you said you rolled? I'm not seeing anything.
No, I didn't roll. I said my character sheet works.
Okay.
That's just barely shy of a success. Mine
Alright.
just 31.
Yep, roll.
Hang on. I'll
Okay.
Let me just roll.
That's better. So
Hooray.
31 is 1, 21 2, 11 3 degrees of success.
Okay, cool. Yeah, keep rolling. Actually, I'm gonna try something real quick.
Okay. Sorry, I keep going to do it the way I'm supposed to do it. Fail. Success by another 3 degrees.
All right, yeah, that's enough. I just wanted you to get like about 6 or so, because it's not a super hard test, and you didn't do anything too crazy to like actually screw it up. So, yep, you're able to get the autogun mounted to your auto carriage.
Hooray.
So it's a pencil mount. Somebody can basically just jump on it. You've created the 40k equivalent of a technical.
Yay.
Yeah, this character's rolled just fine. That's weird that yours isn't rolling. I wonder.
let me see if mine's roll. I'm just gonna see if mine's rolls anything.
Yeah, just roll like a quick one just as a test.
Anything, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Right. Character sheet.
Actually, I rolled a characteristic. I'm just gonna quickly try.
That didn't roll.
Maybe our sheets aren't working right.
Oh, it should.
I just tried a Medicaid. Try logic.
Yeah, like the skills aren't working. I should be all paid up for.
Influence worked.
Weird. It's like characteristic.
Oh no, that was you. Never mind.
No.
No, that was me. It was scrolled up. Is that actually a good roll?
Yes, that is a critical success.
Yeah, because I wanted to roll for like a power sword. Fucking ass. I was gonna roll to see if like they had anything like that, like they could provide me.
That's so weird. I'm all paid up for my pro license, so should
It might just be-
they're working and certain are not.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
maybe it's going on
seems
here.
to be working, but
Yeah,
I think it's them. I think it's them, not us, Ian.
Yeah, I think Roll20 is just having some issues. Well, we can still go the characteristic test that they use, and we'll just add on after the fact. Hey, it'll be kind of old school.
kind of annoyed. I got a 1 for what I wanted to roll for see if there was a power sword around here.
Yeah, but a power sword is going to be like a negative 30. Although, yeah, I guess you still would have gotten it, though. Oh, well.
Yeah, dude. I was like, shit.
You don't even have the skill to use it.
So?
That's true.
In the
You just
future.
have it. You could, like, pet it when you're alone.
Me absolutely twisted coming home with a sheet full of swords.
And it's like, yeah, I got a power sword. Now I just got to get some training, get my left arm to work.
Your left arm's fine. Walk it off.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, but anyway, yeah. So you have a technical with an autogun and 2 additional I think it's magazines. Yeah, 2 additional magazines plus 1 already loaded into it, so 3 total.
Hooray!
Hooray! Did anybody else want to do anything?
Assuming I still have time during the trip, I'm also gonna secure like a supply of fuel for it, and maybe appraise the siding to see if we need to mount some armor.
Yeah, you'd be able to get enough fuel. You could make an influence roll just to make sure that there's no chance at all of you running out.
Womp womp.
Not a critical failure, so at least in this
Barely.
in this case, they didn't just take your fuel.
My 1 was what prevented your critical failure.
And yeah, I can make a tech use roll just to get an idea of like the car itself.
Okay, int roll. Yeah. Yeah. Damn it.
You can't tell.
Yeah.
As far as you're aware, it's okay. So, oh well. What's the worst that can happen? You're going to a fielder world. What are they gonna do? Shoot a crossbow at you?
Yes. We find out Rambo's from that world.
Fucking Sylvester Stallone.
First off, he's called Sly Marbo in this universe, and he's
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's actually
And he's a Catachan devil.
He's a real thing. And you saw that video of like first edition weirdness.
Yes.
That's not even that weird.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of videos now because of D&D.
I'm glad I could feed your addiction. I am an enabler.
Yes, you are.
You're a monster.
All right. Tigo, guard, did you want to do anything while you're on the ship? You got 4 days.
Mine would have been to try to find like a power sword for like future use, but you know where that roll went. It'll never be that good again.
Well, Ed, you're perfectly fine to go and roll to see if you want to get a power sword.
All right, let's see. So
I actually look up the. Frick, the end availability is a little funky.
probably not.
Oh, yeah. Now that would be a good roll if it was just like a common or even an average item, but a power sword is
pretty rare.
I think it's very rare. I think it's a -30.
Damn.
But I just find it funny. I get a 1, then I get a smack even with the target.
Yeah, a power sword. Yeah, it's a very rare -30. So you'd actually have to roll with that influence. You'd have to roll a 3 or lower.
Which happened as a test.
Which
Middle
happened
finger.
as a test.
I mean, I'm gonna ask them every time we get back. It's like, hey, do you guys find me a power sword yet?
You can also ask on the world too.
Yeah. Hey guys, do you know of any possible power swords? I'm looking for a power sword. I'm a merchant of ill repute.
You're gonna like unlock into like the super loyal dudes. Like, yes, Arbites, that man there.
You mean the guy going into the alleyway? Hang on.
Closed ticket.
Guard Deep Fell. Anything you want to do within these 4 days? Jeremy?
He's away, it looks like.
All right. Well, Gar is secluded in meditation. All right.
Gay. Wait. Straight. Wait.
It's asexual, Matt. For the love of God, it's asexual.
Okay.
Anyway. So, after 4 days, the merchant ship you've been able to... Well, that has basically, like, boarded with the Inquisitorial Black Ship, has dropped out of the warp and is approaching Omia. As you head towards the planet's surface, you are approaching the capital city of Edinburgh. It is just your standard bog, average feudal world. As you approach, you can see a large castle that you think is in the center of the capital city, and you approach the landing pad that they have set up. It's one bit of technology that has been restored. There's not too much of that. And the ship lands and begins to unload supplies, as well as a group of pilgrims who are making their way out of the ship to to a large chapel next to the castle itself.
Quick question: did you put us in 40K Scotland?
40K something. Don't worry about it.
Where's the nearest bar?
There's a lot.
Probably
there's
in
plenty
the
of
fucking
taverns.
chapel.
They make their own beer there.
Was I able to get my vehicle along with me?
Yes.
Yeah, baby. Just roll that thing off the ramp.
Considering that everything else is like horse-drawn carriage, you actually have the coolest car.
Fuck yeah, I do.
It's
got
a
a gun
celebrity.
on it.
It's a
Sure, rock
celebrity.
at him. It's a big rock.
Man, it's a celebrity here.
Where's your plane, peasants?
So, you just telling everybody who you work for, or do you want to try and be subtle about it?
I wish to seek out the local church or shrine
Sure.
or temple.
Yep.
Pay my
So
respect.
You can actually follow the pilgrims. They're all heading to the chapel. If you were to look through their data slate, you would know that a couple hundred years ago, there was a saint, a person who, after his death, was canonized. Is that where he became
Yes,
a saint?
canonized.
Or is it deified?
No, canonized.
Canonized. Okay, who is canonized?
Beatification isn't as good, from what I recall.
Yeah, I think that beatification is when you are on the process to become a saint. Thinking about
Yeah,
it.
it's like step one. Yeah. Anyway.
But yep, he was canonized as a saint, and he is buried at the chapel there, all along with, as the planet actually slid into fuel, one of the local lords who was dead now, but local hero. All right, so you can make your way over to the chapel, and 1 second.
Are these people pacifists? Like they don't believe in
It's
fighting or
40K.
anything?
They are not
I know.
pacifists.
I'm just hoping.
Ocelots?
Pacifist.
Yes, we pride
Asking.
ourselves in our fisting abilities.
Pacifist.
Listen, there could be that critical failure of fighting that these guys had.
No, I think being a pacifist in 40K is evidence of heresy.
It's like, please burn me alive.
All right. Yeah.
All the pacifists are dead. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna offer a kind of standard galactic non-denominational prayer.
I mean,
You
it
got
is
it, Bert.
technically it is non-denominational. The universe basically just rolled up, the Imperial cult just found every other cult and is like, yeah, that's actually the God Emperor. You worship the sun, that's the God Emperor. So you actually worship him. Isn't that
Therefore, there's probably local differences in practice, just as there are in real
Oh
world.
yeah, absolutely.
They basically just worship the God Emperor, don't do chaos, and that's really all they care about. I mean, doing chaos can be a lot of stuff though, but yeah, they basically they give a lot of leeway to locals. So yeah,
So I'll offer an imperial prayer, one that's
oh yeah, just
generic and well known. And after the service or whatever, I want to try and talk to the local guy.
Yeah, so you can actually meet up with the high priest of the chapel there. He's seen your prayer. You've been told that it is Richter Osment.
Ah, Richter. I am Gar Deepfell,
Welcome, God.
traveling Hierophant. That's what I am, right? A Hierophant?
Yes. Welcome, God Deepfell. May the God Emperor watch over you. We all walk in his shadow.
So we do. And a long shadow it is.
Come, God.
What?
I was about to give my nightly prayers. Walk with me and we shall talk.
Indeed. I walk with him.
Have you come to visit the body of the local saint, Saint Wilberg Engla? Or have you come to see the body of our Lord Otto Helmtraud, who died fighting
I would be honored. I would be honored to see all of your religious artifacts and holy sites, but I must ask you, how do you test the purity of the pilgrims that come to your shrine?
The pilgrims. They should already have been tested on the way before they arrived, but we keep an eye out. We had our local witch hunter who would keep an eye out for members of any heretical factions. Not that there were many. He was very thorough until his untimely passing just a few weeks ago.
That sounds suspicious.
This is disturbing.
Yes, it was. His body lies in the crypts. He died in a way I've never seen before.
This disturbs me greatly. You will show me his body.
Yes, we can make a visit there. We can visit the other interned members of our holy order. And he walks along, shows you...
The Witchfinder's task is most sacred and favored by the God Emperor.
So, Richter Osmond, he's like super keen on showing you like all the bodies of like the holy dead. He shows you the local saint.
Oh, Gar definitely takes like deep interest.
Yeah. 300 years ago, he died in a heretical uprising, fighting against them. And the local church was able to get Terra itself to declare him a saint. He had actually blessed a sword that was used by our late lord, Otto Helmstrud, who also died fighting heretics. The sword now rests with him.
Is that something of a family tradition on this planet?
It
Death by heretics?
happens. Our local witch hunter, Hartwig Ebba, was able to curb the heretics, managed to capture quite a few of them, but unfortunately, he's with the God Emperor now.
These heretics, where do they gather?
They don't gather anymore. Oh yeah, you can roll scrutiny if you want.
Oh, I'm scrutinizing.
We can tell.
I'm scrutinous as fuck.
Yeah, it might be a little funky. You might just have to roll the I think it's perception.
Let's see if the old scrutiny button works here. Nope, that's a big negative.
Big negative, Ghost Rider.
Yeah, just roll your perception, and we'll just eyeball it.
Let's see here. Perception. Go.
Yeah.
Do you want us to auto roll for that?
Are you all with him?
I don't know. We did go there together, didn't we?
If you want.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah,
I would assume we would all go together because we're not all didn't split up at all.
Okay. Yeah, you can all roll your scrutiny. But Gar, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Okay, and untrained is -20?
Yes.
Womp.
Womp.
20.
Didn't do bad, all things considered. Oh, I guess you still, even with a success. Womp, womp.
If I got a 1 in that, I was just gonna walk out in disgust.
Yeah, this guy's telling the truth. Witch Hunter did a really good job. No more heretics.
Well, Gar always thinks there's heretics, so. Although this guy may be telling the truth, he's not completely convinced that there aren't any.
Yeah, it's normal for Gar to be paranoid.
Gar thinks he's telling the truth. He just thinks he may be wrong.
Yeah.
He thinks he's being honest.
All right.
Could also be telling a half truth.
So, okay, let's see this witch hunter. You say he was killed in an unnatural manner.
Yes, we
Yeah, let's take a look at the carcass.
might be best if we let him lay in peace.
I think it would be best if we investigated this crime.
But why do you investigate? Are you just merely a hierophant? Are you not here to just preach to the masses?
Oh, you'll get a fucking speech.
Let's see. I'm going to intimidate him.
Saw that one coming.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and say that my true purposes and motivations are not for the likes of you to know.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Roll, I guess, fellowship for your intimidation. I believe it is.
I have 2 checks in intimidation. So
Okay,
that's...
cool. So that's a plus...
10.
Yes.
Yeah, Gar intimidates me.
You rolled a 2. Jesus
Holy
Christ.
fuck.
Did roll a 2.
Critical success.
We have a 1, a 2 so far.
My goodness. Hierophant deep fell. I had no idea. Of course, come with me right away.
Gar never lets us down.
Made an impression.
All right, so you get to a upper level of the crypt. There are 2 castle guards there. They're in half plate with helmets. They both have swords at their side, and they're both armed with arquebuses. They stand aside as Richter just waves them aside. The door... Oop, hold on. Something going on? Oh,
What kind of swords?
Let's just take a peek at this. Very good, Matt. All right. Gar. Yeah, so they're waved to the sides. The crypt opens up. It's relatively empty except for the body of the witch hunter. He lays as he died. The body definitely suffered some sort of wound, but you're not sure what it is. You can roll a Medicae to try and diagnose what caused it.
Or what is a
perhaps
Medicae?
It
Intelligence.
wouldn't be common lore Imperial Guard. It'd be like scholastic lore Imperial Guard.
So
Medicae 1, so that's what, plus... that's
so
0, right?
You just have 1 check in Medicae?
Yeah.
That means you're not rolling at the negative 20, so it's just rolling your intelligence.
All right.
If you have 2 checks, you get the bonus.
How do I get like lores and stuff? Can I buy those too?
Well, I think
yeah, it's like a skill.
I think it's just
There you
like...
go.
Oh, nice. Yep, you have succeeded. Yeah. So this is caused by an energy weapon. He has taken a direct hit to the chest that has completely blown through all of his armor, and has killed him instantly. A very focused energy weapon that is incredibly hot around the center, but kind of cools as much, like not too much, but a little bit compared to like what's in the center around the edges. But death was immediate as far as you can tell.
Do we know if this was a approved weapon, like a las rifle, or maybe something else?
It is kind of funny that las rifles are considered crude, but tuning.
I mean, approved. I mean,
oh, like if it's a Xeno weapon or not?
right.
You can investigate further. You'd have to make another, probably another Medicae roll just to like do an autopsy on the body rather than just like eyeballing it. So in this case,
try
I
again.
would say it's probably going to be an extended Medicae test as you just use your Medicae.
I'm gonna like throw one in just in case I magically roll a 1 or something.
Yeah,
So,
I failed. So it's
range
all...
is minus 20. You said.
Are you trained in medic? Yeah. So normally, if you're like trained, you can actually assist, but you can just like you can give it a look. So unfortunately, you can keep rolling, but you kind of mess up the autopsy a bit.
I used my good rolls.
You need like the rolls from Matt last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Untrained is -20.
Yep. Actually, unfortunately, yeah.
We're gonna just not do it.
Yeah, and the other problem is with like specific skills, you can't roll them at all.
Okay.
Like tech use, it's one of them.
How's
There
that?
you go. All right.
Certain things you have.
I got you, Gar.
Yeah, you make a little more progress on.
Slice that body up.
I'm sorry.
He said,
Slice that body up.
Yeah. So that's about an hour spent. Well, actually, it's 2 now. Keep rolling if you'd like.
Yeah, I can do one more. It's high, then low, then high.
Whoops.
That's an eyeball.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't determine. I mean, you can keep rolling.
But at this point, you're making hamburger.
Yeah.
Whatever, let's do it.
All right, yeah. No, you just got too many degrees of failure. You are unfortunately not able to determine.
Did you say he had a sword by him? What kind of sword is it?
The witch hunter actually had a war hammer. The sword was the few people had the sword. So you had the castle guards who both have swords. They're armed with the swords and the arquebuses. You would also, when you passed the lord, he had the sword that was
Blessed by the saint.
Yeah. And that's lying with him. But yeah, you know it was an energy weapon that killed the witch hunter, but you're not able to determine what kind or anything really beyond that. And you maybe don't want people. Maybe just cover up the corpse. Maybe don't let anybody see that one right away.
Just put a tasteful sheet over the top.
Where's a tasteful sheet roll?
Yeah, just cover it up.
Gar, take the warhammer. It's yours.
Oh yeah.
Is it like better than mine?
It's identical. Very bog standard warhammer for smashing heretics.
They just sell them at gift shops around the fucking universe.
Although it was used by a witch hunter, so maybe it's cool.
I mean, I guess it probably like has some cachet to it. I'm just gonna like casually switch my warhammer with the witch hunters.
All right.
Weekend at Bludgeons.
From a precursory glance, they would look more or less the same, but anybody who's more familiar with it would see the subtle differences. But if you or any of the acolytes wanted to, you could make I don't want to call it a deceive. I'd say maybe like a sleight of hand to kind of like disguise it almost.
Put a band-aid over all the differences.
Like he is definitely carved in like prayers to the God Emperor. He has marked a count of every heretic he has used he's used the warhammer to kill. It's about 40 at this point.
Impressive.
Almost as many as Gar has kicked off cliffs.
No, I mean that's like thousands, but
What fucking riddles were you asking them?
I think probably like 15% of pilgrims got past Gar.
Do you like me? Y/N.
ASL.
What is in my pocket?
Is it?
So you said I should roll sleight of hand.
Yeah, you or somebody on the team, if anybody wants to help.
I'm just kind of watching all this, like.
That's
So this is what the Inquisition is like, huh? We all heard the
I have
stories.
one. So sleight of hands, what, agility?
Yes.
Can I roll deceive?
I would normally yes.
Whoops.
You might want to.
Deceive.
You might want to fate that or something.
Yeah. Oh, also, if you haven't done it already, refresh your fate points. Because he uses fellowship, I feel more like it's spoken lies. I would say like sleight of hand for like covering up evidence of what you've done.
Oh.
You don't have to phrase it like that. Yes, I do.
Fine, let's do this.
Oh, there you go.
That's better.
I only barely failed.
Yeah, but
I'm done rolling for today.
fortunately, you didn't like. You're just not able to obscure it very well. If anybody were to take a look at this Warhammer, they would tell us who was familiar with it. They would know it's the Witch Hunters.
Well, I'm carrying it in his stead. If anybody calls me on it, I'm just going to make a case that I deserve it, and I'm going to carry on the Witch Hunters mission.
You're not half bad at that, so yeah, you can definitely give it a shot.
You can, yeah.
Basically, I'm their new Witch Hunter until I decide to leave. So
Until
that's
you
what's happening.
Even if this guy was alive, you were gonna like replace him anyway.
No, if he was alive, I was going to go be like, "What's up, dude? Help me, hunt witches," which I will define in whatever way is convenient to me.
Let's go smite some heretics.
All right, so you have successfully stolen the dead witch hunter's hammer. You have also successfully turned the dead witch hunter into some measure of hamburger. What would you like to do now?
Tensions were pure.
Wait, what do you want to do?
Well, intentions are pure. Let's just set the whole fucking. Let's set the whole place on fire.
I mean,
No,
Easy there, Rambo.
Calm down.
I mean, knowing Gar, yeah, basically his intentions are always pure.
None purer.
How could they not be?
I mean,
Doesn't
I guess
make
we don't
sense.
agree with them.
The
but
only way
pure.
they're not pure is if they stand against you.
Exactly.
The game master stands against you.
I think we need to. I don't know. We don't. I think we're gonna poke around more. Not necessarily here. I think we need to poke around elsewhere.
Oh,
So outside of our side quest here of stealing and dissection, where did he die? Did we get that information? Like,
Yeah,
where-
I was gonna try to question so where did they find him like this? But
yeah, you could go and find somebody to ask. So with, let me just double check. There's a specific skill. I think it's just considered.
hamburger.
You could do like an inquiry. Inquiry would be like going out into the crowd and just finding like information or running down like leads. They just kind of like put it all together into like inquiry to kind of cut down some of the annoyance.
What is it? -20 if you don't have anything.
hey,
Look at
I
that.
passed despite a -20.
Oh yeah, watch this.
Oh,
Well, I watched it.
you can't find anything. People just they don't know anything.
How about me?
You're
I
actually
succeeded.
able to. You're a little surprised. You're not really used to this, but
You punched the leaper and you stole his information.
you're hanging out in your really cool car. People kind of want to come and see it. And while they're there looking at it, you just kind of make small talk.
I'll give you a ride in the cool ass car if you tell me where this guy died.
It's not your car.
No, I'm saying that's Matt.
So yeah, I just sort of the God Emperor be with ye kind of greetings, getting a feel for the populace, and also just so I understand the good Inquisitor or not Inquisitor, Witch Hunter, the good
Yeah.
Witch Hunter passed on.
Yeah, it's a little funky because Witch Hunter actually is
A kind of Inquisitor, yeah.
yeah, but it's also somebody who just literally hunts heretics who isn't necessarily involved with the Inquisition. And that would be the case for this dude. But
Star is actually showing off the guy's warhammer.
this is the Witch Hunter's Warhammer. I have.
He used it to hunt witches. Ooh.
We will avenge him
Yeah, he's like making a
some
big deal out of it.
with his own hammer. His own hammer will kill his killer.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm actually so for Watchmaker. Yeah, you actually managed to beat a couple of people who know where the Witch Hunter died. He actually died just outside the stockade. just like a prison they had built that they store
Witches.
like just heretics. Leads deeper into a dungeon, and he was found by some of the guards who just found his corpse after hearing some fighting going on.
Wait, so I did get I did pass the Medicaid for. We know he was killed by a power weapon
An energy.
or
weapon.
an energy
Yeah.
weapon.
Yep.
Do we know was the from behind or in front?
This would be directly in the front of his chest. He
Okay.
was facing his killer.
Was he? Did they? Okay, so did they find him on his back?
Yep. Yep. He was flat on his back with just like steam coming off of the corpse. Far as you can tell, he was killed at night, kind of around midnight or so, maybe a little after. But
Was he facing the stockade or facing outside? Like if there's a forest around it or something?
yeah, he was facing it.
So they're in the stockade,
Maybe.
possibly.
Yeah, Guard Deep Fill. You actually have some of the castle guard. You've been seeing them all around. They've been guarding stuff. Same half plate helmets, swords at their hips, but primarily armed with their arquebuses. This come over to you as you're showing off the witch hunter's hammer. Like, seeing you, stealing from the dead. All right, you're coming with us. Give us the.
This is not stolen. It is rightfully mine by holy right. I have come to replace the Witchfinder and avenge his killer.
All right.
When his warhammer has drunk the blood of his killer, then it will be returned to his side.
How do you want to lean into this one? Would it like intimidate, charm?
I could try a command. I'm trained in it, but I don't
I could
know
also
if that
command. I have 2 ticks in command now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be better off at it than I am, because even trained, I've only got a 30.
I'm just in the
So-
corner saying, "Oh boy."
I'm going to say that and then command them like,
Okay.
it is your duty to aid us.
Let's see how well they take.
Mom, he's crazy.
Nice.
All right.
You really are blessed by the fucking God Emperor, you know that?
Yeah, they one of
Social
them
skills.
one of them's not sure what to do. The other one falls to his knees and prays.
Good.
We like, the new witch hunter, the God Emperor truly has blessed us. You shall
So-
help witch hunter. Witch hunter Deepfell.
So we basically have an Age of Empires monk in our fucking party right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't like pull this kind of shit with like a heretic you might be trying to talk to, but you just
It's
lucky
Gar. He would recruit a heretic.
Well, he would kick a heretic off a bridge.
Then he would kill him after.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of forgiveness in like the Imperial cult. It's not like you go to Chaos and you're like, "Yo, guys, I made a mistake. I'm gonna come back if that's cool."
They're like, ha 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 ha, blam.
It's like, yeah, the God Emperor can forgive you. Here, we'll go help you meet him real quick.
You'll be forgiven in the flames.
Basically.
Yeah, that's about how it be.
But all right, so you have 2 castle guard who are helping you now, and who aren't going to like hassle you for having that warhammer.
Okay, cool. Let's go investigate the scene of the crime then.
To the stockade.
All right, so you make your way to the stockade. So it's just it's a big stone building, wooden door out front. It locks from the outside, so there's a big wooden beam across it. It looks to be it's in decent condition. The witch hunter who had been using it to round up heretics has made sure that it is well maintained. There's nothing too interesting about it. The witch hunter was killed a couple weeks ago, and people have walked by. It's been raining a couple of times, so there's no physical evidence you can see in the immediate outside area.
I'm going to ask the castle guards to kind of explain what they know about, how it went down, where he was found, how was he lying? Did anybody hear anything?
All right. So yeah, they castle guard like, oh, I wasn't here. It was my friend who told me over a beer. He said he was found on his back in front of the door here. He points to like that. It's about 10, 15 feet from the door. He had the warhammer in one hand and a torch in the other. And he was found there. We heard some shouting. Then we heard some strange thunder noise. And then when we got here, it was done. He was gone. I'm gonna fly in my freaking room. Go away, fly. I don't love you anymore.
I never loved you, Fly.
Send him to the God Emperor.
Yeah.
You knew what this was, Fly.
He might have been killed by some of the heretics he had captured. When we looked inside, they were all gone.
Interesting. Let's look inside.
Okay. So, one of the castle guards will open up the gate for you. Open up the door and just pulls the beam out with his friend, and the door swings open.
I'm going to ask right around now, so how do you execute your heretics?
Execution pyre.
You don't say hang them.
Oh, no, not really. I don't think we've ever hung a heretic. We want to make sure that their bodies are completely incinerated. We'll either tie them to a stake or lock them in a cage and set a fire underneath them.
Good.
Good. Glad to see everything's in order here.
These people are on top.
Excellent.
I'm going to vacation here.
Man, I might get a summer home here.
Get a timeshare in front of the fucking pyre. You got a nice view to it.
The witch hunter.
Pretend to ring the bell. Guard that goes to the front.
He's got a cup of coffee in his hand. He's in a fluffy bathrobe. The country.
Time for entertainment.
Guard be cooking a hot dog over a fucking execution pyre while a dude's screaming to death.
Yeah.
Good.
No. Gar maintains a sense of decorum.
Of course.
He wouldn't cook a hot dog in his fluffy robe.
It would be a bratwurst.
It'd be a bratwurst.
At least. All right. So inside.
Yep. So inside is a bunch of cages with shackles on the wall. And there's like a staircase that leads deeper into like a dungeon section. The cages are open. There's currently no
Prisoners.
Yeah, there's no real prisoners. There's like one drunk, but that's about it. And yeah, if you wanted to take a look deeper in the dungeon, the guard will like bring you down that way.
Okay.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yep.
So yeah, going deeper into the dungeon, going down a very narrow, twisted staircase. As you get to the bottom, it's very similar to what's up above, but it's much darker. It's very dank. You can hear a little water running, like dripping. It's a little chilly down there. And yeah, it's the same thing. Cages with shackles inside. This definitely devoid of prisoners. Nobody down here at all. The cages are all open. The shackles are unlocked.
Were there any prominent heretics among those you had captured?
No prominent ones. Witch Hunter had managed to capture a good 10, I'd say, last few weeks ago, about a month or so ago. Managed to catch them in the middle of a heretical meeting of some kind. He was very tight-lipped about what he found, but he managed to capture them, most of them alive, and bring them down here. But they're gone now. As far as I can tell, they left the same night he was murdered.
And there's been no attempt to recapture them?
We've been looking, but we can't find them. They just disappeared.
Do you know their identities?
We think we do. They are some people from the outlying village, no one from this city. I don't think there's been a witch hunter from this city since the witch hunter has been started. There's been very clear to clear out any heretics.
Where does their village lie?
This village was, well, from some of the very outlying villages. He did find them here in this town, in the city, but definitely not from here. So he'll actually mark on your map where he thinks the village that one of them, at least one of them's from.
We can drive there and potentially burn a village down.
Yeah. So,
I mean, ask them really politely next questions.
so it's the village of Innis. We believe one of them is there. He just marks it down, points it on the map. It's about half a day's walk from here. It's very close.
And we got a car.
Probably,
Drive.
And we have a car.
Yeah, it's probably like a drive. It's like an hour or two drive. Well, these are like...
Yeah, the road situation might be non-existent. So.
Well, fortune.
You're in luck because at least they're meant to, like, cars and stuff are meant to last in 40K.
Yeah, this is not a common one, but it is a light service vehicle for the Imperial Guard. That thing's going to be able to do some shit.
We have extra gas to set this village on fire?
First of all, yes.
Second of all, I have a flamer.
Just doing like donuts with the flamer aimed in. Whee!
Oh god, you got 3 lunatics with plan. What a plan now.
We all know what's going to happen. You're going to find
Let's
one...
just hope these villagers don't defy us, because
Yep.
we have a bad scene for them. Yeah.
We have a plan if they defy.
You're just going to get, like, some random dude who you think's a heretic, and you're just going to, like, drive circles around him while Guard just shoots the flamer in the middle.
Stop!
What are you? I'll talk.
Heretics is what?
Summary purifications.
2 for flinching.
Oh yeah, anybody who wants to can make a perception roll.
I will make a perception roll. Just
Or an
the
awareness
raw
roll.
stat. Awareness. Okay, I am
Yeah.
also trained in that, so.
Perception.
I'm gonna fate that.
Okay.
Oh, up. I could.
Yeah, saying. Aw.
I have 1. Okay.
Ooh. Everybody else just not able to really hear, but Tigo, your Death World background just gives you a very, like, keen, like, almost second nature of, like, being aware of, sounds and voices and like, and you just hear 2 of the guards, talking about the baker has gone missing. It's weird. Wonder why they're talking about a baker going missing.
Maybe the baker went missing.
There's not going to be any bread today.
For the carbs.
So I let the rest of the group know that the baker's gone missing and the guards are whispering about it. Can I hear more from them, or what do they think he went?
Yeah, you could keep you could stealth in and attempt to like listen in on their conversation.
Okay, where's my stealth?
I need to get like a shotgun mic attachment for my rifle so I can eavesdrop from like a kilometer away.
Funny thing is, there is something like that.
I'll have to add that to my next acquisition.
Yeah, let's.
Aw.
Uh,
Do you want to
Perhaps.
fate that or?
yeah, I'll fate that. Yeah. There you go.
All right, there you go. Oh yeah, you're able to like sneak in, move very, very quietly. They don't notice you, and so you just hear them talking like,
Ow.
"Baker's gone missing. It's the 4th this week. There's a 10 last week. Where are they all going?"
This is a good question.
Baker have a wife or something we can ask?
You can definitely go take a look. If you wanted to, you could like search around, see if you could like sniff out where his house is or where like the bakery is.
What would that be? An awareness?
Ask
This
Robbie.
would probably be did I say scrutiny? See, I'm always forgetting stuff. A inquiry test to just find out. And this would be very simple. I mean, everybody knows, like, one of the local bakers. You could probably take that at a plus 20.
Yeah. Let me see what it is. It's fellowship.
Well, I guess if you're not trained in it, you're probably just going to be a 0. But still, anybody can take it at a plus 20.
Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
You actually, yeah. You go through the crowd. You're looking around, trying to find a baker. There's actually a couple bakers. It's a relatively decent-sized city. It is the capital, but you're actually able to find the specific baker who went missing, or at least figure out where his house is. It's actually very close to the bakery, so you're able to find. It's not a very big house. It's probably just a couple of rooms, and the bakery itself. A decent sized bakery. He was relatively popular too. Very, nice person. Gave out bread to some of the local kids. Always willing to help. So a lot of people liked him.
Is there anybody we can ask here about where he might have gone?
Yeah, you can definitely this would probably be another inquiry roll. This would be hard. This would be just at a 0.
All right, let's see. So 20 again.
Oh,
A 0 modifier?
Um,
Or plus 20?
it was going to be a 0 modifier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aw.
Aw. Oh.
Aw.
But you at least know where he lived and where he worked.
I know this watchman doesn't care about this baker. He doesn't want carbs.
He was Carl, king of ducks.
It kills people.
Watchmaker's like, bakers die in the army all the time. They're a dime a dozen.
And okay. Something real hookie's going on in this here town. Should we investigate the village?
Yep.
Should we shake down the bakery some more?
Yeah, definitely.
Did we determine if the baker had a wife?
No, he was not married.
So he gone. So
Let's see. I'm trying to think here.
Well, you were both making hamburger out of the witch hunter, as well as trying to find information, visiting the stockade. It's actually starting to get a little late, so the sun's starting to go down.
So people are clearing the streets. Is there anybody who looks suspicious that are starting to show up?
You could make an awareness test to see if you can see anybody suspicious.
Let's see. Perception, and it should be 0. You douche canoe.
Actually, that's a critical failure, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So should I roll, or did we fluff it that
yeah,
hard?
Anybody who wants to can roll.
Yes. Somebody be more aware than me.
Yeah, Tigo. This is a weird.
What have I been drinking today?
Huh?
I'm like, no, I'm saying, what have I been drinking today?
Hooray!
Hooray.
And I am trained in awareness.
Hooray. Yeah, Tigo, there's a real suspicious looking castle guard walking around at night. He's got he's got a torch out. He's just walking the streets alone.
Does he have a power sword? Just kidding.
He's got a regular sword. Yeah, watchmaker. You don't see anybody. No. Streets are pretty clear. Deep Fell, nah, you don't see anybody. Streets are pretty clear. But,
I could completely derail this and just follow him because I'm drunk.
Tigo, would you like to follow this suspicious castle guard?
No, I do not want to follow the suspicious castle guard. I probably see 2 of him at this point.
Seems like a good idea.
What, to follow him?
Follow it.
No, I mean getting drunk. I want to drink.
Well, there's plenty of taverns.
I meant in real life.
Yes. We all want to.
Oh, God.
That's how we can stop feeling for just a little bit.
Should we go back to the stockade and see if anything suspicious is showing up with her?
You can definitely do
Nothing else
that.
can show up there. I think all we have to go on is the village a potential heretic came from.
Yeah.
Let's take a drive out there. Or we can wait till the morning and take a drive out there.
Well, you do
Yeah,
have
we
like-
should probably look for lodgings.
Okay.
Let's rent a room.
Yeah, I'm not going to slaughter anybody in the alley again. Not today.
That critical failure went to waste.
You wanted me to follow him, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Well, that just call that a counterbalance for the critical success on getting the power sword.
That never happened.
I
I didn't get my power sword. It was a little test run.
Tigo, you're drunk. You think that sword at his waist is a power sword?
All right, I'm gonna go get a drink while
All
this
right,
is
guys.
this
we'll
is
take a
happening.
quick break.
All right, guys, I'm following him.
We'll take a quick break, or at least just do some like minor stuff while Matt's getting a drink. So, yeah, Watchmaker had mentioned getting lodging.
He can go get lodging, and he can like hit me up on the beat. I'm gonna follow this bitch.
Oh, are you gonna actually follow him?
Yeah, might as well. It'll be
Alright.
entertaining if anything.
All right. Do you want to? How do you want to follow him? Do you want to be stealthy, or do you want him to not really care? He knows that you're there.
I'll let him get ahead a decent bit, so I guess I'll be stealthy about it.
Okay.
But see, he's got the torch, so I should be able to keep an eye on him from a
yeah.
fair distance.
Yep. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll stealth. It's dark, so you're actually going to be at a +20, I believe.
Okay.
And especially if you're staying out of range of the light of his torch.
Yep. So there we go. 16.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, you very easily are able to just shadow him. You can see him walking the street, checking, seeing if there's any fights or seeing if any of the like criminal activity going around. But he's just really walking a route. You're not sure what he's up to.
Let's see. Is he just making rounds, or is he hanging around a specific area in his rounds?
As far as you can tell, he's making the rounds.
He hasn't seen me at like period at all, right?
No, that was such a good roll. It would be very difficult for him to actually have soused out that you're there.
Let's see. He is a normal guard. I don't really feel like killing him for a normal sword. Let's see.
But if you did, you could keep it as a trophy of your horrible actions.
I know, but right now I need, I believe, a right leg, a left arm. I did get a head, and just a torso, and I can make my own Frankenstein.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's sort of something you were. I don't think you actually had I don't think you kept the parts. So at least the Inquisition would not let you keep the parts.
I know they wouldn't. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Let's see. Since he's actually an innocent person just doing his job,
As far as,
I could
maybe.
tell.
And he seemed suspicious at first.
Yeah, that's when you're critically drunk. Now
he lost.
Yeah, now he's lost. Now I'm lost. He's lost. Everybody's lost. I guess I could. Could I just walk up to him and ask him if he knows of any people that the baker was hanging around the day he disappeared?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you approach behind him. You go and get a session, and just ha! You were right. I didn't hear you behind me at all.
Yeah, sorry,
Getting out
bro.
so late.
Sorry, bro. I was trying to catch up with my party.
Oh.
But
Yes, you've been hanging around with that Deepfell person, right? The new, apparently new witch hunter.
yeah, your new savior, your Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior is the God Emperor.
I know. Relax, bro. It's like, so yeah, so I'm like, hey, so I got a question for you, buddy.
Yes?
The baker, like, has he been hanging out with anybody suspicious recently? The one that disappeared?
No. As far as I'm aware, he stands a very normal routine from what I've seen. We cross paths a lot. He gets up in the morning as my shift's ending, bakes his bread, and then as my shift starts, I see him at the tavern. He goes home and, as far as I can tell, goes to sleep.
You said there's a lot of taverns, right?
Yeah, this would be not necessarily in the closest taverns, because he kind of just like tells you where the general location. You can kind of like figure out like the general idea of where it is versus the baker's home.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I think he's friends with the tavern keep there, so that's why he goes to that one. It's probably a good 10-minute walk from his home. It's probably deeper night when he gets out. I couldn't tell you the exact time. I couldn't afford a chrono. That would cost me a year's pay for one of those.
Okay. I guess more information than we ever had anyway.
Where's your plane, peasants?
All right, so I guess I make a little small talk with him and thank him for his help and find out where the guys got the lodging at and let them know what I found out.
Okay. Yeah, and the castle guard thanks you for just kind of like breaking up the monotony of the night and heads out. And you're able to find just a tavern that had like available lodging, and they typically will keep some open spaces around for people visiting from outside, like outside traders or even traders coming from space. They can't really contextualize space. As far as they're aware, it's just somewhere really far away. But
Yeah.
they can't quite understand the idea of like deep space travel through the warp.
These guys got hit with the idiot stick.
Basically. But yeah, so you're just at a tavern. You're able to get like an open room. You could actually get like multiple different rooms in the same tavern if you wanted to have like each have your own privacy, or you could just get one large room.
And does it even matter?
I don't
Think so.
not
I don't
to
think
me.
it matters. Matters not to me. We have lodging. We will sleep.
Okay. All right.
And
How
In
close
the
is
morning,
everybody-
seek heretics.
How close is everybody to the window?
what about the window?
How close is everybody to the window? Are you near it? Are you far?
I'm wherever you are.
Let's see. I would say
I'm going to roll for it. Lower is farther from the window.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm relatively close, but maybe not the closest.
Okay. Yeah, if you wanted
Seems like a good way to go.
Yeah, everybody
What is
wants
this?
to just roll. Actually, everybody just roll like a d10 or something.
what is it? Roll D.
Oh, you're rolling D100s. Too late.
Well, I guess we'll
100.
just cut it by like, so a 3, a 2, a 5, we'll say.
We're drawing straws to see who gets sneak attacked.
Alright, Guard Defell, you're relatively close to the window. Everybody's somewhat farther away.
I'm
You can
further.
make an awareness test at a negative 30 because it's so dark outside.
That should go well. This is
Let's
Hey,
see
you
what
might get
was
a
it.
critical success. You don't know.
Let's see awareness. What's up?
I
Perception.
might also wake up tomorrow with no bonitis, but
Minus 30?
holy, that was close.
Yeah.
Not bad, actually.
Oh my god!
I'll try one as well.
All right.
Meh. Meh. Woo!
Oh, wow,
We
you
all
got a 6.
Okay.
I did it, Twitch.
Yeah, there's something.
Did it Reddit?
Somebody. You thought it was just some movement outside, but you figured by this time it's so dark, everyone's inside. It's not a guard. There's no torch. Oh well.
I'm gonna sit up and start reaching for my rifle. Like, go start with my bag, get a low stick, light it, and then flick it through the window.
Okay. So you flick the low stick through the window. Yeah, it lands outside, produces a small amount of light. And just something kind of rushes away from it, but you're not sure what.
Wake up. Think we might have company.
Gar wakes up.
All right.
I'm awake now.
And so is everybody else on the fucking planet.
Gar can only talk in deep shouts.
Yeah.
Who dares interrupt his God Emperor dream?
I was oiling the throne. Oiling the throne.
Right.
So everyone's awake.
Yep.
Someone look out the window. Not it.
Yeah, so what do you want to do?
We should probably go out and look around our...
Yeah.
We're not going to catch somebody who ran off into the dark, but we can look for evidence that somebody was there.
Yeah, you can go out. It's pretty dark outside.
So yeah, we should probably grab a torch.
Okay. So you grab a torch.
Just burn down the tavern. This is our chance.
You have to earn your tavern burning. You can't just do it because you can do it. Completely obviates the point.
Yeah, the tavern would have just like some torches, just in case they actually have to go out and do some stuff. And it wouldn't really be that difficult to like.
Actually, let me check my starting items as a guardsman. I would be surprised if it didn't give me like a flashlight or something. Let's see.
It's called a stab light.
I do have a magnoculars. I used a low stick, so I will take that off.
I think it's like a whole pack of them, though. I think
Yeah.
it's a single one.
Well, I took one of the 12 off.
Oh, okay. Oh, they actually give you. I didn't realize.
Yep, they give you a specific count.
It's vitally important you know you have 11 low sticks. Actually, maybe for like bribes and the like. So.
It looks like I have a globe.
Ooh.
That would actually let you. How would that work exactly? I know it gives like a specific amount of light. Let me just very quickly take a gander.
Might be like a reading light, maybe. Might not be that good.
Where is the globe? Ah, here it is. Oh, a globe and a stab light are for the purpose considered the same thing. I guess one just... Yeah, okay, so the globe will project light in a 12-meter radius, and a stab light projects a narrow beam for 24 meters. And it has a battery that lasts 5 hours.
Okay, I'll just hold up the globe.
Okay. So yeah, you will illuminate the area around you within 12 meters. You don't see anybody around. It's completely deserted at this time of the night. But you do see some like footprints in some of the like softer bits of dirt. But as it gets to like some of the stone and even into the grass surrounding, you lose track of it.
Can we get a clear imprint of like what the boots look like, or the footprint?
Yeah, you could go ahead and just take like make like an awareness check. It's gonna be at a 0 because you would have the globe to illuminate.
All right. My nose, it's itchy. Wow, I'm gonna fate that shit.
Oh, damn! I really wanted you to keep that.
I bet you did.
That footprint was made by an orc.
Oh, fuck.
No, you can't tell.
Yeah.
They're just some footprints.
Honestly, that would be a really fun character concept, like conspiracy theorist guardsman who thinks orcs are behind everything.
But are orcs loud? Are orcs
Only-
rude? No, they're cunningly brutal. Or
Only the orcs you can see are loud.
They're either cunningly brutal or brutally cunning. Let's see here. Yeah, did anybody else want to do an awareness roll?
I can do that. Hang on. It's just perception. Was it any bonus or no? Or just whatever?
Just
a
flat, I
zero.
think.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you take a look at the boot prints. They do disappear off in, but funny enough, one boot's bigger than the other. Like, one's what you call like a size 12 versus like a size 8.
Huh. Does the gait look uneven, or does it look like somebody who's used to walking like that?
Yeah, the gate's a little funky,
Hmm.
as far as you can tell.
So we're looking for a sneaky heretical ninja with a misshapen leg
Yes.
/ foot.
I'm taking the
a,
normal.
Perhaps a wizened leg. Or a fake leg. Or
Fucking
foot.
prosthetic.
Any prosthetic leg you find in a feudal world is not going to be good.
It's gonna be wood.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a
It's okay. I'm gonna take the real leg for part of my Frankenstein creation.
Well, we could explore in the direction the footsteps went a bit.
Yeah, you can take a look there. Maybe like making a survival roll.
Mm-hmm.
Just see if you can like track them.
I will try, and now I have that trained, and I succeeded. Yay!
You succeed.
If I have two, what is it plus what?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Aw.
What the fuck?
That's all right. I am here.
Yeah.
We're all taking turns.
Track that trail.
You're able to follow the footprints for a bit, past the soft part of the dirt, more of like the mud, and back into the actual dirt itself, through some grass in between the buildings. And you come across you eventually lose track of the trail. Whoever was going here, they were able to really make off as you while you're like getting the torches, making your way down. Although, funky enough, you found a bit of torn red fabric, just caught on a bit of like wood siding, and it's just kind of fluttering in the breeze. You would think with like the wind, it would eventually, like, if it was there for a while, it would have just gotten blown away. So as far as you can tell, it's recent.
Okay. Let us take that and examine it back in our room.
All right. So, yeah, if you're gonna just go and just take it back to the room where there's plenty of light and just kind of examine it, I won't make you make an awareness roll because you could really just keep rolling until you got it. So, yeah, it's a bit of scrap of what looks to be maybe part of a cloak or a cape or something. It's definitely old. The red has really worn out. It was probably really nice at one point, but it's just old clothing, old red, crimson-y, cloaky, cape type of thing. But a bit of dirt on it, but that's about it.
Do these people switch their cloaks out very often?
They would eventually. Peasants, well, you can tell, like, the serfs in the area, they would never be able to afford, like, like a red cloak like this.
You're wearing sackcloth.
Yeah, they're basically just wearing like a brown sack, or it'd be like wool or something. This cloak probably was thrown out at some point. Maybe by somebody like more impressive, like
It's pretty much a hand-me-down.
Either like a merchant who was like richer or one of the local lords. It was probably like once it got old, it was chucked, and whoever wanted to grab it.
And yeah, it just became a hand-me-down.
Yep.
So this is a poor person.
We're dealing with pores.
I must be a level 1 poor person.
So it's time for Tigo to enforce the 1%.
The only way I know how.
Let me grab my chainsword.
And with your stummer, they wouldn't even hear you coming.
Yeah.
God.
All right. Do you want to do anything else before the night lets up, or?
I'm pretty out of it in real life, so I'm drawing blanks.
All right.
Set the tavern on fire. I'm just kidding. Probably just get to morning at this point. This guy isn't coming back. If he is, he's an idiot.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you just wait until morning. I assume somebody like that stays on watch while the rest of you get some sleep.
Yeah, just rotate out.
Uneventful evening. You wake up. Tavern keeper has some breakfast, like a breakfast stew going on, as well as bread from a non-missing baker.
Let's see.
So what kind of... I'm debating whether I would actually be able to make this kind of inquiry in character or not. I guess I can try it.
Yeah, what are you trying to figure out?
I was going to ask the guy, what do they have in the way of dyers around here for textiles? Like, if somebody has a red cloak or a red cape, that may not be something that they see every day, so it might not be super common.
Oh, yeah. Well, the tavern keeper wouldn't know. He would figure you might want to go talk to a tailor.
How many tailors are in town?
In the city?
Well, it would have to be kind of...
maybe?
Or like nearest one.
Yeah, he points to you. Funny enough, the nearest tailor is actually pretty close. So you just head down the street towards the sun, and then go down about 5-6 houses, turn a left, and you'll be there.
We want to go there and see if we can see if he knows anybody in the area that has a red cloak that's a hand-me-down.
Yeah, you could definitely go do that.
Start
Worth a try.
investigations.
And if not, we can just go off to where the village was marked in that map.
Yeah. You also would have the location of the baker's house and the bakery itself if you wanted to look there. But yeah, so you want to go see the tailor currently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go see the tailor.
Yeah. So you make your way down the street, and it's different in day, but the glow globe would definitely have provided a decent amount of light. It's strange. The way you're heading is kind of the way you went last night when you're attempting to follow those tracks.
Interesting.
Yeah, you get to follow directions, get to where the tailor is. There's a group of people around the tailor's house. A bunch of guards around there, too.
What's happening here?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
You'd want to ask one of the guards that, one of the people, or...
Yeah, let's ask one of the guards.
The
Yes.
tailor's gone.
Gone.
Did he just run from us last night?
He disappeared into the night. No one's seen him.
Interesting.
He was out doing a late night delivery.
Oh, yeah, where was he delivering?
To the castle. He never made it back. We saw him leave the castle, and this morning he didn't open up, and he wasn't there to let in the Weaver. He's gone. Can't find him. Fifth one this week.
People are just going missing.
We had the baker. We had a few more. We're trying to find them. We will find them, so don't worry, citizen. Just let us do our job.
Is the Weaver around there?
Yep, there's the Weaver there.
Would the Weaver know if he ever made or repaired a red cloak for somebody?
The red cloak. Well, I think he mentioned something. He does a few red cloaks. Hasn't done one of those in a while. Last one would have been a local lord. I think he dropped that off, but that was a while ago, a few years ago at least. The lord used to wear that cloak all the time, but it fell out of fashion, and he eventually got rid of it. I think it ended up with one of the local farmers.
Which farmer would that be?
Leroy Jenkins.
Can't for the life of me remember. He's out towards that little village out there. What's it called? What is that village called?
Innis.
There you go. You got it. Yep.
Thank you, my good man. Guess we're going to Ennis.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so I guess we're driving over there. Like, was that like an hour drive? You said?
It's like a 2-hour drive if you aren't rushing it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you bundle into the car. Yeah, if you're not driving slow, this isn't going to be a very. You're not like rushing or anything, so you take your time, make sure that the car isn't like bumping too hard on the road, not going into any like potholes or anything. It's a pretty sturdy car either way, so you're not that concerned. But it's an uneventful trip. You head down just the dirt road. You see some carts coming and going. You weave around them very easily, startle a couple of horses, but most you get is a couple people yelling at you. You go through paths leading like through large open cornfield, corn about 3 meters high, up above your head. See some of the farmers collecting some corn. Farmer planting a scarecrow. You see. That's about it, really. And just make your way to the village of Innis. As you get there, it's a small village. It's only a few, maybe a dozen or so different buildings. They don't even have their own chapel. They would just go to the city for that chapel. Most of it's just homes. You see some farmers out in the field getting some wheat or tending to some corn.
What evil lies beneath this pleasant pastoral exterior?
I mean, it's pretty dirty. It's kind of muddy. They don't really take good.
Yeah, muddy like the boots from last night. Anybody with weird shaped feet?
Do you want to just go around the village looking people's feet?
Maybe pay attention to their gait as we're going.
And yeah, I was gonna say the cape.
Yeah, make an awareness test.
It's
Yeah. Hey!
Yeah, you actually managed to get a pretty good view of the villagers, but everybody's walking pretty normally.
And let's see. I almost just wanted like, hey, you got any people with deformed feet?
Do you want to make? How would you even lean into that? Would you try and charm them?
I'm not charming anybody, dude. But sure, why the hell not?
Or do you want to intimidate them with strength or something?
What the hell's my strength? I stand a better chance by 5 points with strength than I do charm.
All right, intimidate. If you're not trained, it's a -20.
Okay. Better than 8. -20. Oh my god!
Yeah, you try to intimidate them, but the farmers just kind of like brush you off.
All right.
They-
Gar's had enough.
Gar is going to try to gather all the farm and village people around so that all their feet can be casually examined.
Present your feet,
Show
peons.
feet for the emperor.
So Gar is going to stand up on a milk crate or something, and in his booming voice, call out, "Gather round, children!
All right.
Your God Emperor sends his messenger to you. Hear his words."
All right.
Hello.
You can roll. You can roll a command.
He says, "Hello." Sorry.
Yeah, you can roll a command test, or you can spend a fate point to succeed instantly.
That's right. I forgot I can do that. Yeah, let me just do that.
Okay. Spend that fate point.
It's very easy to forget, Jeff. 8 points to do shit like that.
Yeah, mine is for vehicle command.
And then I think it's just degrees of success is your fellowship bonus, which I believe is a 3.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So 3 degrees of success. All right, so these are simple villagers, and they're kind of happy they have like a
Normal feet.
priest. They have a priest here, like instead of having to like march all the way to the village, like to the capital, like the city. So they happily come by and like listen to you and like listen to your command. What do you command?
Listen, children. Hear the tale, the parable of the God Emperor and the river of snakes.
We're listening.
No. The God Emperor went unto the people of the river, and they cried out unto him, God Emperor, the river is full of snakes. And yea, there were many snakes in the river. The snakes devoureth their children, and also their small pets. And the people were sad.
You see like a farmer hold his pug tighter.
And so the God Emperor came among them, and he went into the river in the nude. And he walked among the river, and the
Is this
snake
where the
attempted
snake
to bite
got him?
upon him. But he could not be bitten, for he was the God Emperor. And he cast down the snakes out of the river, and the people rejoiced.
The crowd just mumbles. Some guy's like, "Yeah, that sounds like something the God Emperor would do."
Go now, and have his blessings.
They
Think upon his wisdom.
they give prayer. They cheer. They love that story. That was a really good story.
Damn right, it was a good story.
They especially like the part where the God Emperor went into the river and didn't get bitten by any snakes. That was like their favorite part.
That's like the free bird of this fucking backwater.
They'll be talking about it for years. Wait.
Honestly, they're so simple and like backwards. They probably will.
Hey, the God Emperor came.
So did the fellas see anybody with deformed feet come out to hear the story? It's the important question.
No, there's a bunch of
Or
farmers that
red
come up.
capes.
No, they're actually all in pretty good shape. It's hard work, but it keeps them in like pretty good condition. And you don't really see you don't see anybody. Everybody looks good. No malformed people.
Nobody
mutations.
crawls over to seek a blessing or healings or anything.
Nope. You see one older farmer like, glad we were able to get a priest in here. I thought we never would have had a priest come by again. Thought that we were forsaken.
Why?
Tell me why, my child.
One of our wayward villagers got caught up in some local cult, went to the city and got arrested. I hear he escaped or was released or whatever, and that was the end of it. He never came back, but it was...
Heretical cults must be destroyed.
Yes,
What
of
more
course.
do you know of it?
I don't know much. I don't engage in cults myself. I'm a proud worshiper of the God Emperor, but he was always a strange one. He met in the city with his weird cult. And then the witch hunter, he captured them all, and he brought them for trial, but they're gone now, left somewhere. I don't know how they escaped. When the witch hunter was alive, he made sure they never would have escaped. But he's gone now.
Gone where?
Dead. The witch hunter is dead. He was murdered.
Oh yeah, no, we know about that.
Oh,
Where did the cultists go?
I don't know.
Where could they have run to? Did this villager from your village ever come back for his shit or anything?
No, he never did.
I can picture Gar talking like that too.
We thought he would. We thought he would come back because this is the only home he's ever known besides the city. He was a coward. Whenever something bad happened, he'd come back here, but he didn't. He just disappeared.
Where was his home?
He points to like a little cottage on the outskirts of the city. He lived there. That was his
Did
home.
he wear a red cape?
Red. Yeah.
Show him the cloth.
Yeah, he holds up the tattered ribbon of cloth.
They did wear red. Yes. He had a cloak. I saw it as he left. I thought he was going to the city to find work and to leave us be finally. But he had that cloak. And it's so... Well, not that color. That's far too faded. His was new. His was a
When
new...
was this?
A few months ago. Before the witch hunter snatched him all up. He had that lovely red cloak. I didn't think at the time. I thought he must have stolen it to get something so good. But yes, he had that cloak. It had the hood that would cover his face, his heretical face, so the God Emperor wouldn't see him, but the God Emperor sees all and sent the witch hunter to capture him. Oh, if only the witch hunter, has he sent you to kill him finally?
I picture this old man as like some witch that's like
Witch
brewing
hunter will be
something.
avenged.
Yes, kill him. And avenge our witch hunter. I know not who killed him. That boy was too much a coward. The witch hunter merely had to shout and he would have surrendered.
Alright, let's go search his house.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over to the house.
Hell yeah, brother.
At this point, no one's touched it. When they found out he was a heretic, they have left just kind of left it alone. They don't ever want to go near it and get close to it. It's pretty run down at this point, been abandoned a few months. Inside, you don't find much. He basically grabbed everything he could, shoved it in a pack, and ran away. You just find some papers scattered around that he probably left, not even realizing it, as he just packed in a hurry. Some rotten food. Not too much there.
Any rolls here? Could we
You could
some perceptions maybe?
Can anybody read High Gothic?
I don't think so, no. I can't, at least.
Nope.
Linguistics, High Gothic. That's the one thing I can read.
Hooray!
Yeah, do you want to read those papers you found?
Where do we find papers?
Oh yeah, you
Just
got a couple
now.
papers in the place. It's all written in High Gothic.
Oh, okay. Yes. Let us read the papers.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty. They're a little faded. But you can make out some like words on it. One just says, from what you can tell, "Come, brother, meet us in the city. Let us worship as we want to.
Hmm.
We've given you a cloak. Meet us. Meet us at the Tanners."
Uh-huh.
So we could get us some red cloaks, and we could go check out this Tanner's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all we gotta do is wear red cloaks and we're in. Probably. But also they won't know us, so probably that doesn't work. But we should go probably beat the shit out of this Tanner.
Yeah, you can go like find the Tanner if you'd like.
I mean, chat with him.
Yeah.
Have a heavily
You can
toned
chat.
discussion.
Okay, so
Like,
let's
he can rev his,
take
like,
one more
lead
pass
voice.
over the heretic's house and then burn it down on our way out.
Oh yeah, you can definitely like do that.
Hell yeah! About time we burnt something.
I figured everyone would appreciate burning something, and probably the villagers would appreciate having that piece of land.
A cleansing.
Yeah. So yeah, villagers are actually kind of interested in what you're doing. So they're not near, but they're definitely within they're probably about 10, 20 meters away. Enough that they can kind of peek in on you and see what you're doing, but without getting close to disrupt you or even getting really close to his hut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as we step out, throwing a match, over my shoulder, I announce, "The darkness has been cleansed."
Yeah, the hut just goes up in flame. It's all tar and hay and thatch.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes right up in flame.
I hope the rest of the village isn't.
It's a them problem.
It's far away from things, they said.
Now I have to ask the important question though: do cool acolytes look at explosions?
I feel like this isn't the first time I've walked away from one, being an Imperial Guard artillery officer.
I walk away from the explosions without looking back.
Yeah, there you go.
Matt's walking
Staring-
away, doing the
Staring
Emmett
into
Selka
the
wave.
sunset.
Yeah, the little lazy twirl.
Yeah, the hut just goes up in flame. The villagers just start praying. You've purified that cursed hut for them.
Damn right.
What a hero.
They better be careful. I'll purify all the rest of their huts.
Yeah, they kind of back away at that threat. We are pure. We are pure.
Yes, yes.
Yes, everyone's pure.
Yeah,
The guy with the red cloak.
Get in the car.
Get in a parking car.
Get in the
Reminds me of
car.
Reminds me of the dorkly one with Mario. Go, 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 go.
All right. Yeah, so you get in the car and you're gonna make your way back to the city towards where the tanner is that they kind of pointed out.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, you get in the car. Also, an easy drive back, just another couple hours. You pass by more farmers out in their wheat field, pass by the cornfield. The farmers have left. They finished setting up their scarecrows. They're just waiting for the corn to finish gathering. You keep going by, end up towards the city, and you're able to find the tanner that was specified in the papers. There's a tanner on the outskirts of the city. Tannery it's a hell of a smell, and they're doing their best to separate him from the rest of the city.
So they won't mind a little violence or care about it. It's too far.
Yeah, sure.
If needed.
I mean, there's people around. It's a relatively nice sized city, but for a feudal world. But yeah, this is the outskirts.
Well, if he gets mouthy.
Yeah.
So, does one of you guys want to talk to him first? Because I don't think Gar's going to be very subtle with this guy. And he might end up dead or on fire before he gives us the info we need.
We could try to eavesdrop by stealth first.
Yeah, you can try
We're
that.
gonna hang
can-
around and see
I can
what we do.
try that. Let's
Act
see.
like we're inspecting the hides and things.
Let's see stealth. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yep.
Okay. No, I just had to make sure it was at a 0.
Yeah. Nice. Look at that.
Hooray!
I'm trying not to let you guys down.
4 degrees of success.
Don't worry, I'll be rolling as well because I've got stealth. But I assume we're splitting up rather than going together.
Yeah. Do you want to like do 2 and 2, or what do you want to do? Let's like work it out.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Da-da,
This is 2
Da-
1s in one
da-da.
day.
da-da, 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 da-da.
Yeah. You're both incredibly stealthy. You just see the tanner. It has like an animal hide, like stretched out, applying lye to it. Yeah, I didn't lie. It's a hell of a smell. Yeah, you don't know how this dude can like do this all day for like 50 years.
The whole factory bulbs have been burned out by now.
Yeah,
His,
it's like
he has no nose.
the nose just gives up at this point. It's just like,
Only sadness.
yeah, do what you want. I don't care anymore, man.
It's like Patton Oswalt.
Nose out.
But yeah, you just see the tanner. It's got a leather apron on. It's got old work clothes, bald man with like a mustache, a little heavy set, and just preparing the hide. He doesn't notice you at all. I'm very focused on his work.
I guess we can maybe infiltrate.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could eavesdrop on conversations, but it doesn't seem like anything's going on right now.
Nope. But yeah, you can definitely take a look inside the tannery if you'd like. Your stealth rolls are so good that I'm not going to make you roll again. So yeah, you're able to like just quickly slip through an open window, and he's far too focused on his work. It's just a very simple place. You see like a bed in the corner, a little table and a single chair. Make an awareness roll.
Oh no. Yay!
What is it?
Perception.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
You both see a bit of wood sticking out from underneath a tarp he has on the ground. Like a little, looks like a hatch.
Shall we?
Yes, let us.
Yep. Yeah, you open up the hatch and you slip down into an underground little basement. Just a small root cellar, but you get down there, you find a red cloak. It's a nice bright red.
Thought.
Fascinating.
But yeah, he's done a lot. It looks like he's done. He's attempting to like hide it, and thought he did a good job. Guess he didn't. Oh well, that's his problem.
I guess we'll just leave it where we found it and steal back out,
Yeah, that's fine.
and then slink off our separate ways and then rejoin.
Yep.
All right, yeah, you're able to sneak out, and he doesn't notice a thing. You like set it back, and you're out, and you're able to regroup with no trouble.
Yeah, maybe we should do a little stakeout here. See when these fuckers gather, or where the tanner might go.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. I totally agree.
All right. So you're going to just stake out the tannery.
Yeah, park the car,
Yeah,
cross the street,
Go get a
have
hamburger.
some coffee.
Yeah,
Donuts.
you're pretty sure he's never seen a car in his entire life.
So he won't know what it is. He'll have no suspicions.
Yeah. All right.
We're the new nobles in town.
Yeah, so you can make a stealth roll It's going to be 2. It's going to be both the stealth and an awareness to make sure he doesn't see you and that you see him. So anybody who wants to can roll stealth. Anybody who's doing the stakeout can roll both stealth and awareness.
Okay. I will try.
Of course, it would be that high now.
Do you want to roll that again?
Yeah.
Pretty much have no chance, but maybe I'll roll one. Let's see.
You'll pass.
Here's agility.
Stealth. Damn. And perception. Well, the perception was good.
All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta do perception. That's right. Middle finger.
Aw.
Yes, we got. It's like we get really great rolls and we just drop like the ball hardcore.
Yeah.
That's how it'd be.
This is where Mike would just roll like a 1, a 1, a 1.
So, yeah, it gets a bit later at night. People either head to tavern or will head inside their home. The tanner, you see him shut his window, and you wait a few minutes, and eventually he walks outside. But he's wearing his red cloak. But yeah, he near immediately sees you and just starts walking away, kind of a power walk away.
It's fine. Should we follow him in the car? No. It'd be really, really fun to just follow him really slowly in the car. But it just doesn't make sense. We shouldn't do that.
Want some candy, little boy? Should we split up? This way he can't keep track of all three of us while we follow him.
We could do that.
All right. How do you want to do this? How do you want to split up?
We can each get out of the car slightly apart and start walking in slightly different directions, but try and all keep an eye on him and kind of converge.
I can maybe I could peel out once you guys have left and make it sound like we drove away, because there's no hiding the sound of the car driving away, but he wouldn't be able to hear it after I slow back down and kind of come back around to where he's heading.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
You could make an agility roll to attempt to do a. Actually, yeah, make a surface vehicle.
Oh yeah,
roll.
operate surface.
Yeah, operate surface. Thank you.
And I
to attempt
should
to make
get
it look
some.
like you've peeled away.
Yeah, hang on. Let me look at my thingamawhatsits. Okay, I gotta find where I put my.
Okay, Gar, go to the cannon and shoot him.
Just round the corner. I've got the fucking auto gun. I'm waiting down the gun. Just turn him into fucking salsa.
Freaking feudal world drive by. These guys are like, what just happened?
Okay.
Looks like I don't get a bonus, but I can spend a fate point to automatically succeed at an operator survival test involving vehicles or living steeds with a number of degrees of success equal to his agility bonus.
Yeah.
I will do that, I think.
Okay, cool.
So I automatically succeed on the test because, goddammit, I have to use my actual abilities at some point.
All right.
And this is actually the first time I've been able to. And my agility bonus is 4, so I succeed with 4 degrees of success.
Nice. All right, I'm just gonna do one thing real quick. Yep.
He knows how to drive.
Yeah, he listens to the car. When he hears it peel away in the opposite direction, lets out a sigh of relief and just starts walking normally. He's going to take a back alley and attempt to go back to his original path.
And it is nighttime, right?
It's dusk.
Dusk. No
It's
torch for him.
fooled you.
And there's no torch for him, right?
Nope. He's just kind of walking.
Do we get a bonus from following from distance at this point? Or no? Because he could still see us.
It would probably be a plus 10 because it's dusk if you want to make a
Okay.
stealth roll.
Okay, let me see his agility. 10. And wow. Middle finger. Gar,
Yeah, the
go-
dice
go-
are sassy today.
Well, let me just take a look and see if he actually can cotton into you. Okay, yeah. So I rolled for his awareness to see if he spotted you.
He rolled a 1.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't see you.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as he knows, he's made off. So just walking down the alley. Gets back kind of onto some side streets and heads to the edge of the city and goes out to a large open tree and just kind of waits and is just scanning to see if anybody's approaching. Takes a look. He's got a chrono on his wrist and just checks the time. Keeps scanning and he just waits.
We should also wait.
All right.
Yeah, that's not much we can do right now.
All right.
So we wait along with him. We keep him company
All right. Cool.
from the
So-
distance. Oh, we also probably let Matt know where we are.
Yeah, we've got the micro beads.
Yep. Those are good up to a kilometer away.
That said, it's almost 9:30, so if there's going to be any
I'm gonna
fighting,
call it in
maybe.
just a bit.
Yeah.
Because we've been playing almost 2 hours. All right. So what would you like to do? Do you want to keep waiting as he waits, or?
You might be able to find a good vantage.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a building you can get on or a tree.
Yeah. If you want to attempt anything specific, just let me know. But as far as you can, he checks the watch, the chrono every once in a while, and it just gets later and later at night.
Is there anything special about that tree?
It's just a large open. It's just like a large dead tree that has like a hollow in it that he's been sitting in.
Are they supposed to open a trapdoor for him to jump down?
No, as far as you can tell, no. You see him check the chrono every once in a while.
So he's waiting for somebody.
Yep. But it approaches midnight. Checks the chrono one last time, waits a few extra minutes, and then he heads back.
Okay, so he was looking for recruits, I think.
Should we kidnap him now or continue observing him?
We could go back the next night.
But we need a red cloak.
We could get some. We'd have a day to do it.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. We can join up.
He hasn't seen Mike either, so
That's true. Ariana has not rejoined.
She just shows
yet.
up like, is this where we go for the orgies?
they told me to wear red.
We're a corn cult, not a.
Do you like my bosoms?
Oh, what cult could turn that down?
a corn cult?
Is this the cult of country girls make Dewey in?
They're gonna make you go to like so next cult's like next town over. We're like for the bloodletting and all that stuff, Jazz.
You'll like what I tell you to like.
All right. So yeah, it's like a little after midnight. What would you like to do? You want to head back, or?
Could probably head back and see about
Back to our
commissioning
lodgings.
and commission a cloak.
Sure.
And we should probably get it somewhere not in the area.
Yeah, you can you can try something like that. So yeah, you just head back. You have headlights in the glow globe. You can very easily get back without any trouble at all.
We should drive by and honk at him.
Would you like to?
Probably not.
Untitled honk game.
Untitled Imperial game.
I know it's difficult to say this, but I think you're all each individually worse than that goose.
That goose is so awesome.
I mean, at least the goose gets joy from it. I don't even think you get joy from your actions. Gar definitely gets joy from his actions.
I get joy every time I got a body part off.
Jesus.
But all right,
Little does the Inquisition know I've been stocking up those body parts that just keep them in the freezer.
you just keep him on the truck. One day, Watchmaker's gonna be like investigating, like just doing some
What is-
shit up. And
What does
find
that
it.
smell? Like the trunk, like a hatch falls open and just. just meat and offal. It's just like,
Oh,
I
God.
swear.
just get me the Lysol.
My Frankenstein.
My meat wife. Why
It's
did
a
he
meat-
have to call it his meat wife?
It's a meat dragon.
Well, we're not. It's not my meat wife yet. Not until Gar marries us.
Hmm.
Oh, shit! I just realized something.
Yes.
We need to talk to Bennett, Ed, because there's a thing we could get that I want him to have, or rather, I want us to have that I want him to make.
Who was
Oh
it?
boy. One of the
Hang
guys-
on. Let me find the link again. I linked it to some people.
All right, I'll take a look at that. But yeah, you know what? I think this is a good spot to call it. So I'll just say you make it back to the your tavern where you're staying to call it the night, and you have a plan in action for what you're gonna do. So that'll be fun. I think you'll. I've had a lot of fun with this one. This is pretty good.
I stalked that poor guard while Matt went to get something.
You nearly gave him a heart attack. And also, okay, so I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Ill.